What up, though, y'all? Ain't no sense in me trying to sugarcoat it or even BS, y'all. Y'all done heard what done happened. Maybe some of y'all haven't, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and show it to you. Shout out to Good Promo.
Man, can't no Pontiac nigga speak on Detroit business. We don't give a fuck what you heard, homie. We don't give a fuck where you at, homie. Ain't nobody crashing, homie.
Now, notice what he said. Ain't nobody crashing, homie. Keep that in mind.
You niggas want to be bloggers and podcasters, but you niggas want to bait street niggas in. That ain't what we do in Detroit, homie. I think you might gotta move to LA or Dallas or something. You did. Go be the next Charleston or the next Whack. We don't condone that in Detroit, homie. Ain't nobody trying to go big off of another nigga drama down here, homie. We hustling down here. You dig what I'm saying? If you don't like us, niggas get with us.
So yeah, Dawgface did respond. And he put forward two Dugg video on his Instagram, you know what I'm saying? He don't hide from nothing, he don't duck nothing. You know, I may not agree with the stuff Dawgface does, but he not a punk ass nigga or a broke ass nigga, none of that. Like
Now, we gonna pause it right there. Shout out to Good Promo. What you may not know about Good Promo is he been a video shooter in Detroit for like the past 20, 25 years. Shout out to him. He has a personal relationship with all of these different guys, even though he won't speak on it. You'll never get him, that's damn sure not publicly, to speak on none of this. Now, what I have to say about this is I have no disagreements with what 42 Dugg is saying. None at all. But at the same time, we've gotten in a situation where it's kind of too late to be saying any of this. Me and Dawgface had arguments about these topics over a year ago, maybe even more than that, on the internet. And the problem is nobody really said anything, and most people supported what he was doing. And it wasn't for me to not support, but I did disagree. I did voice my opinion about where I felt that this was going. And I didn't just talk to Dawgface, I also talked to the other Detroit representatives, all the OGs and everything, whether it be rap or the streets. And I tried to explain to them about YouTube. But Detroit is a city that's still stuck on Instagram. And I tried to explain to everybody about the YouTube streets, which is something that, as far as the concept of it, as far as the understanding and explanation of it, is something that I brought to the table. And I argue with everybody from Al Nuke to Dawgface to you name it. And everybody kept telling me, Wano, I don't want to fucking hear about these internet streets. That's what they kept telling me. So with that being said, now some of the things that's going on the YouTube streets is making its way back to Instagram, and some of the Detroiters is offended and pissed off, upset, whatever. And they got the right to be, but this is something that didn't necessarily have to be. Now, this ain't got nothing to do with Dawgface or nobody else, but the YouTube streets is a world within its own. And it affects all other worlds because everybody watches YouTube. So the problem with Detroit is we're a very quiet place. Like, we're loud in our actions, but as far as speaking, most of us are quiet about things, especially in a public forum. But we're so much of a stronghold of a city, eventually somebody was going to speak for us. And I talked to everybody from, like I said, from Al Nuke to Street Lil Wine about somebody being in a position to speak for us. And what has happened, since nobody supported somebody being in a position to speak for us, by default, Dawgface ended up in that position when he was only trying to do content and speak for himself. Not that he didn't have bigger aspirations, but speaking on just Detroit topics is not something that he necessarily wanted to do. However, speaking on Detroit topics did make him a factor. Inserting himself in Detroit situations did give him more content to talk about when he went on other platforms. So I can't hate that. I can't knock that. Now this situation right here has gotten out of hand because now you're talking about Dawgface and win that big meech and several other people that might have deserved it, might not have deserved it. But in the Detroit way is if you did something publicly that everybody else seen, but people may not understand or know, we supposed to keep that quiet till you get back in the city and then say something to you or do something to you. Dawgface has been violating that rule. Now, I'm the only person that stuck his neck out there to tell Dawgface this, and I did it several times. As a matter of fact, as cool as we are, we're also not that cool. As much as we could have a conversation, we also debate. Dawgface himself referred to me as cantankerous. Big facts. And that's not to say nothing good or bad about myself. But as far as who's standing up for the city and standing on business with the city, I ain't never flaked, folded, or none of that. Now, this situation here could go a whole bunch of different ways, but what people don't understand is Dawgface is living in the YouTube streets. So as long as he's willing to defend himself as a man, there is no downside to none of this for him. But there is a downside to us based on how this goes. Because if you come out and call him out and nothing happens to him or nobody approaches him, then his myth gets bigger. But if somebody does, then everybody gonna be getting looked at. So it's a very, very tricky situation. I just had to speak on this a little bit right now. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I ain't watching. Don't think I ain't working on something to put the whole story together. But Wano is a West Side nigga. This is some East Side shit. And Mike B just got killed. It's bigger fish to fry, bigger things going on in the city than to be arguing with Dawgface right now. That's a motherfucking fact. Not to say this ain't important, but it's shit that's more important at this moment. With that being said, we gonna get into this real soon. Shout out to Good Promo. Shout out to 42 Dugg. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it in. I'm a damn sure keep you tapped in. Some people videos may come a little faster than mine, but mine gonna be all encompassing. I just wanted you to know I ain't missed this. We out.